Oh, for a couple of reasons. Well, first and most obviously, I think that the negative image is well deserved. Going back to 1953, the CIA was responsible, or at least partially responsible, along with MI6, for overthrowing the Iranian government and causing 75 years of chaos in the region. Number one. Number two, the CIA has a very bad reputation for having helped to prop up authoritarian governments, not just in the region, but around the world. And third, the CIA has a reputation, even if it might be undeserved, of supporting the Israeli government, no matter who happens to be leading it. And so there's very little for people in the Middle East to point at the CIA and say, thank you, CIA, for doing something for us. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for helping us. The CIA hasn't helped or protected the rights and the freedoms of people in the Middle East. Oh, I think it's a good combination of the two. Keep in mind, too, that the CIA is not a policy organization. It does not make American policy. It simply carries out the policy that has been set by the President and the Secretary of State. And oftentimes that policy is very wrong-headed and very short-sighted. Presidents come and go every 4 years or every 8 years, and so the policy changes very quickly. It may make sense one day and then make no sense the other day. President Gamal Abdel Nasser from Egypt said something in the 1950s that was very telling. We used to pass this around amongst ourselves in the CIA, and I actually had it on a small sign above my desk. It was a quote from President Nasser, and it said, "The thing about you Americans is that you never make clear-cut stupid decisions. You only make very complicated stupid decisions, which makes us wonder if there's something to them which we are missing." And the reason why that's so important is because it's true. We make very complicated, stupid decisions that have pleasing short-term effects and very bad long-term effects all around the region. Oh, yes, absolutely, yes. It was my experience throughout my entire career that the only way to successfully recruit spies to steal secrets is to treat them with kindness, to treat them as equals, as colleagues or comrades. Certainly, most people who become spies for the CIA do it for the money, most of them, about 90%. But there are others who do it for ideology. There are others who do it because they like the excitement. There are still others who do it out of a sense of revenge. But no matter why they do it, you really have more success by treating people kindly and treating them with respect and making them feel that they're part of the team and that your goals are the same. I probably should not answer that question. I will say that I was blessed to have had a very successful career. I was also very fortunate in that my career was specifically counterterrorism. And so it was only very bad people and very bad, deadly organizations that I was targeting. I have consistently found that to be untrue. Certainly, as in the case of Daesh, the Islamic State, it was true indirectly in that the treatment of prisoners in Iraq was so harsh that Daesh was created as a response to the harshness of this treatment. But it's always been my experience, not just in the Middle East, but all over the world, that when terrorist groups form, it's easier to point the finger at the United States as the reason than it is for people to take responsibility for their own actions. Al-Qaeda was created by Osama bin Laden, along with the help of Ayman al-Zawahiri. It was not created by the CIA. The CIA doesn't create organizations to attack itself. The United States doesn't create organizations to attack itself and to kill its own people. So no, you know, there are countries around the world, people around the world, organizations around the world that have to take responsibility for their own actions, just as the United States does. If you're a CIA officer,
you are never going to learn how to speak Arabic well enough to be able to infiltrate an organization yourself. You probably don't look like an Arab. You probably are not going to have the cultural background, and so you cannot join Al-Qaeda or Hezbollah or one of these organizations. And so you do the next best thing. you recruit somebody who is already in that group or somebody who can join that group. And so that's what we all set out to do. I'm very proud to say that there is one group that no longer exists. It destroyed itself. And I'm proud to say that I played a role in that. This was a group that was killing innocent people all over the region, all over Western Europe. It no longer exists, and I'm proud to say that I had a role in the breakup and demise of that organization. There are others that I believe are, organizations of national liberation that maybe the American government considers them to be terrorist. I don't consider them to be terrorist, and certainly the CIA has not worked against them. And I'll give you an example. Only Donald Trump has decided that the Muslim Brotherhood is a terrorist organization.
The Muslim Brotherhood never did anything to the United States. The Muslim Brotherhood has never launched an attack against American interests or against American citizens. And so we never considered the Muslim Brotherhood to be an organization that we even cared to look at or to collect information on until very recently. And I can't speak to the way things are today because I've been out of the CIA for so many years. But Hamas, they never carried out any terrorist attack against the United States. This was an organization founded for the purpose of Palestinian liberation. And so there was no work against Hamas. Again, I don't know what the situation is today because I'm not in the CIA. But we were much, much more concerned. After Hezbollah, for example, blew up the American embassy, blew up the Marine barracks outside of Beirut, Al-Qaeda, organizations, the Mujahideen in Afghanistan attacking American interests, those were the groups that we were most concerned about.